Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to another exciting edition of the Ballin and Burgundy podcast. Yeah, I got Justin, I got Andrew, and I got the boy himself, one half of the Bleacher Report bros, as I like to put them, the one and only Josh Taylor. Josh, what's going on?
What's going on, man? I love the intro. Shout out to LA Knight.
LA Knight. Yeah.
Even though I'm not a WWE guy, I'm Team AEW. I hate to break it is. I'm AEW all the way, but still love some LA Knight.
Love him. I mean, that title above you says otherwise, but
I mean, hey, I'm still a champ.
hey.
Belts don't discriminate.
No, they don't. Well, unless
it's all
your name's
about Will Ospreay, man.
Hey, United Empire.
Yep. Shout out to Will Ospreay.
Revolution was great, but Andrew, Justin, what's going on, fellas?
Howdy. It's gonna be a good episode.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a great episode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For those who are wondering, man, you guys are a little late to the party. I know we're late. Schedules are a mess, right? But we're going to knock out our post-combine thoughts, our risers and our followers, our winners and our losers, who's going to finish their story and who's not going to finish their story at the NFL draft. And then we're going to go into a post-combine mock draft. Before we even get to anything, don't forget to like and subscribe here on the channel. Head over to Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter all above us, and links down in the description. Go follow us over there. We got different content for every single piece of social media. And head over to all of Josh's Instagram, his Twitter, his YouTube. All links will be down in the description and tagged in the title. Let's get into it. The combine has come and gone. Started last Monday, ended technically yesterday, March 4th. You guys will see this on the 6th because we record Tuesday night. A little late to the party. A lot happened at the combine. Xavier Worthy now holds the title of the fastest man in combine history, running a 4.21 40, which I didn't think would happen.
No. That was
Nobody
crazy.
did.
No.
I was like, dang, that sucks that he tied. Like, tying it, I would have rather had 4.23 than have 4.22. Like, oh, you just missed it.
Oh. Yeah, for those who don't know, I'll put it on the screen. His first attempt 4.25, his second attempt 4.22. They ran the tape, they let it run, they devoured it and vigor inside of their soul. They said 4.21. He broke their record.
Yeah, they showed the video too, to where like he just beat him. So like, tape don't lie.
They did. Tape don't lie.
Yep.
And everyone was going to this thing, man. AD Mitchell's going to be the first Texas receiver taken. Now might be Xavier.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm down here in Austin. That's all they talk about. Obviously, is Texas and Matthew McConaughey. And like, I mean, I'm an Alabama fan, so obviously I hated Texas, especially this year. But dude, they're so different too. Like, but they're just both phenomenal. Like, like in a real world, I would love AD Mitchell to come to Washington. Like, that's not going to happen. I think like Xavier Worthy might. Like, I think there's a chance he could be there in the second. But I think AD Mitchell's the better one. But still, like, they had so much talent. I don't know how they didn't win the national championship.
I don't know either. I mean, too, for Washington was a good team. Michigan was a good team. Like, there was so many good teams. FSU could have, like, it was a big. I think this was one of the better years of college football playoffs for the 4-team format.
Oh yeah, for sure. They got the 4 right too.
Yeah, they got the 4 right. I mean, I'm a Florida fan, so go Gators. But I was like, FSU might get in. FSU might get in. It just didn't happen, and then they got absolutely blown out by Georgia.
Yep. It
was a mess. But yeah, combine come and gone. A lot happened. Like I said, Xavier Worthy wearing that 4.21. You have guys like Troy Fautanu, the Washington tackle and guard, just looking like a tight end. Everyone's like, man, he can move like a tight end. I'm like, I want to see that happen now. You have guys who are like, you have guys who are on our big boards. You go through Instagram. Everyone's got their big board. I'm like, I'm really high on Bucky Irving. I'm really high on Troy Franklin, Jatavion Sanders. Those are in my faller category from how they tested, how they looked, going through their 3-cone, their shuttles, their broads. Like, they didn't look all that great. I'll start with Josh. Who were some of the names you thought were going to be really good that just didn't end up looking great?
Yeah, honestly, Bucky was like the biggest one. I was surprised. Like, his numbers were bad. Like, shout out to Math Bomb he does like the relative athletic scoring. I would hate to have his job for the combine because it's nuts. It's just nonstop. But like Bucky's numbers were just really bad. And there was a couple people that like skipped like a couple like exercises and stuff like that. But like a lot of the running backs, like if your name wasn't Isaac Guardo out of like Louisville, then your numbers like weren't what you like expected it to be. No. So like I feel like the whole running back group was pretty bad. Meanwhile, like the wide receivers and then offensive linemen had like the best showing. There were some really good
Mhm.
corners too. But I just feel like the running back group overall was like the biggest fallers of the whole week.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only two that really kind of stood out were Trey Benson out of FSU and Ray Davis, the biggest story coming
Yeah.
out of college football out of Kentucky. But yeah, like Dylan Johnson didn't look good, the big Washington dude. You had Audric Esteen out of Notre Dame, who I thought would
Yeah, his
do
no, he was
do good.
slow.
Yeah.
But
He
he's a
was looking
bigger,
slow.
he's like a stockier guy though. But it's
Yeah.
crazy, like if you watch him run, he doesn't run that slow.
You
Like
wouldn't think.
he's a really good zone guy. He'll run you over though. But yeah, Bucky's
Mhm.
like he had no reason to run that slow. But at the
No.
same time, like people will say like, oh, so and so had a bad 40, like I'm off of them, or like so and so had a really good 40, I'm on them. Like at the end of the day, like play speed is always better than
Mhm.
running a 40-yard. Like you got to put pads on. You got to
Yeah.
play against the defense. You got to know what you're doing. It's more than just like being fast. Like, yeah, it's great that you can run fast, but like, what are you going to do with it on the
Exactly.
field? Like, you're just going to run a straight line every time?
Right.
Not really.
No.
So, I mean, I'm not too worried about Bucky having a bad number. Like, I would still love him in Washington. Like, I
Oh, for
still think he
sure.
would kill it as a second running back behind B-Rob.
Oh my God. That's what I hope happens. That's what I'm like every mock draft, Bucky.
It's hard not to, like that 10, it was like 101 or whatever it is.
101.
That's always the pick.
Yep.
Always.
101, or if you somehow get to 103, if you want to trade back, just get him right there. It's nuts. It's nuts. Andrew, Justin, what were some names that kind of stuck out to you guys?
Stuck out to us?
Mhm.
Well, I think watching Penix made me reconsider everything I've thought about him. However, I'm still not sold on him. I've gone back and forth on him a lot.
Mhm.
I still don't think he's going to be anything super special, but watching his accuracy and some of the throws he was making, it was pretty impressive. And I think it was intriguing is how I'm going to describe it, because it's not at all something I watch. I'm like, oh yeah, I want this guy now. Like he's going to be a superstar. I still don't think that's going to be the case. If you remember Zach Wilson's combine, he had that, the crazy throw that sold the Jets. Accuracy is great. It's not the only thing that we need to be looking for in a quarterback.
Yep.
But I still feel like he stood out, and he's gonna make a case to go top 20, but I don't know if he will. That's what I'm calling.
I like that. Justin, what were you thinking?
So two risers for me. Florida State's Braden Fiskey, really athletic D tackle. I didn't think he was that athletic for being that big of a guy, but apparently the rumor has it per scouts he was projected to be a day 3 pick. Now he's up to day 2.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed enough to where scouts are starting to like him. And also, how about a center, Tanner Bottolini?
Oh yeah, Bortolini, Wisconsin.
Bortolini,
Yeah, that dude was moving.
Yeah, exactly. Another guy who was supposed to be day 3 pick, now going up to projected day 2 pick. I mean, he looks really good, really fast, very fluid. I mean, he beat Jason Kelsey's record apparently at the combine in the 3 cone. So
it's crazy.
It's nuts.
Now, real quick, two fallers, of course. Bucky Irving, very wouldn't have.
Oh, hold on.
Wouldn't happy with his performance. So Bucky, I wasn't happy with his performance at all. He looked sluggish, like something's bothering him. Like he looked way faster on the field. Another guy, how about Nate Wiggins? He pulled John Ross. He ran himself into an injury. Like, come on, man. Don't worry about the 40-yard dash record. How about you play how you should, practice, do the 40-yard dash the right way. Don't just run yourself into an injury.
Oh, it's not easy.
I'm pretty sure his draft stock might go down just a little.
It will.
Him and then Kool-Aid McKinstry, because he fractured his right foot, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, they found a fracture in his foot. I think Joe Alt was actually one of the fastest guys like that ran. He had it was like something crazy. I was just looking up like the fastest speeds. Joe Alt ran a 14.14 mile an hour 5-yard split. And then Tanner Bortolini was right behind him at 13.74. And Joe Alt was like one of the biggest guys that weight, like measured in too. So that's crazy. Like he had no business running that fast.
Oh.
This has been like easily the most athletic offensive line class like ever. Like
Yep.
one guy broke the vert record. I forgot who it was. I think it's like San Diego State line, offensive lineman. People didn't even
Oh.
talk about it that long. Like, oh yeah, by the way, he just broke like the vert record for any offensive lineman ever. And like it didn't get talked about because the 40 guy broke. Like poor guy.
Oh.
But then like I don't know, like I've loved Troy Fautanu for so long, and I knew he was gonna test well. I was hoping he didn't though, because him being in the second would be perfect. But like
Oh.
Cliff wants, or he doesn't want, but he needs like a tackle that can move. Like you have to be an athletic tackle in his kind of offense. Like, you have to either be able to swing out, pull, or if it gets to the second level. And like that's all Troy Fautanu did all season long for Washington. Like he was one of my favorites all year long. And same with Javon Foster too. He didn't test the best, but I think he moves better than what he showed. And I think a lot of these guys, like when the pro days come, you're gonna see like some better numbers too.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was. Mims, I think like his
Armarius
vert was
Mims.
like his vert was like really bad, and Coach Duke Mayweather was like, nah, that's not true. Like, wait till his pro day, like just wait to see what he does. But even him, he's great day, dude. The way that he's built is ridiculous. I would love him. He's probably top 15 now though. Oh, dude, ridiculous.
Mims is I think I looked at 6'8". He ran a 5.07 40, a 25.5 vert, and then a 9.3 broad jump.
And Patrick Paul is right up there in measurement too.
And he's 6'8".
Yeah, that's crazy.
Should not be moving the way he does.
No, I remember seeing Patrick Paul at the Senior Bowl. I was like, this dude's built. Like and I was like, there's no wonder like he's winning all these reps at the Senior Bowl too. But it's just so funny. He's just like Chris, like he's very like soft spoken. He's like, yes, sir, thank you. They like just like super like calm, and then a play starts and he's just like down and dirty and like yelling. Like it's two completely different people. But I think, dude, him in the second would be nice if we don't trade up to the first to get one of these guys. But him, I could see him starting in left tackle, man. He was the number one overall rated on PFF, like pure pass blocker out of any tackle this whole season. His run blocking needs to get a little bit better, but you can work on that.
He's got some technicalities I think coaches can help him work out, but they'll have him ready day one to start off the line, I'm sure.
You got
going back to what you said earlier, Josh, about like an athletic tackle. Someone that really like stood out to me was Roger Rosengarten from UW.
Washington,
he was projected like 6th rounder, right?
Yeah,
pretty
6th,
late.
7th, yeah.
I think after the combine, it's going to go up to like 4th, probably more like 5th. I don't think it's going to be up to a 4th. But he'd be a great like late round guy that I didn't really do a ton of. I didn't pay attention to at all before the combine, but I saw his 40, saw all this other stuff, and I was impressed because he can move as a tackle, and I think that's somebody our coaches could like for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about him. Him and Christian Jones were both like 2 right tackles at the Senior Bowl that were getting talked about a lot. Like they had some really good reps against like Adisa Isaac, lot 2, like top tier guys. I'm like, holy smokes! Like both these guys are putting like some good film out there. I was like, I'm gonna keep an eye on this Roger Rosengarten guy, and combine was great for him. He probably is up there in like late 4th, early 5th range. It's a tough like right tackle class. Like it's like JC Latham, Mims, then it's like nothing. And it's like 4th and 5th round, you have those kind of guys. So maybe that helps him out a little bit. But yeah, he's definitely one I'm watching. Him and Christian Jones both like right tackles, like those mid-rounds guys. Or sometimes when I'm doing my mock drafts, I tend to go to those two.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like. Sorry.
No, good.
I feel like round 2 left tackle, Patrick Paul, Jordan Morgan, whoever will be, and then grab a later round right tackle like him. I feel like that sets us up pretty good at tackle position. Solidify O-line with a Christian Haynes,
Cooper Beebe,
Georgia center. I'm totally blanking on his name.
Cedric Van Granger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing for me is like I don't want a rookie center. Like just knowing like we have a rookie quarterback and a rookie center like terrifies me. Like I'm begging for somebody in free agency like Lloyd Cushenberry out of the Broncos is like my top guy. Like in all of free agency, like I want him so bad. Him or Aaron Brewer out of the Titans.
Titans.
But it's just like, man, if it's not Powers Johnson and it's not Zach Frazier, like,
Yeah.
I think SVP could start, but I don't know. I'm just not 100% confident. Like, and I'm terrified for whoever like our rookie quarterback ends up being if that's the case. Like new left guard, new left tackle, and a rookie center. Like I want some veteran leadership on that line at least. Like Sam Cosmi's it.
What if we don't take a quarterback though?
I mean, I think we have to.
And
I mean, I
number
hope
two,
so.
we're going to.
I mean, but what if they did the whole Cousins thing and took Marvin Harris or Joe Alt? I mean, I'm not saying it'll happen. I'm not hoping for it, but it's just an option that could happen.
If they did go after Kirk, would I rather have Marvin Harrison Jr. or Joe Alt? Man,
I think I go Joe Alt.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, I probably would go Joe Alt. Either that or trade back a couple spots.
Exactly.
And get it somebody else. And get some other picks for the draft too. But
I think it's basically confirmed we're going to be staying at 2 and getting a quarterback, either May or Daniels. I'd be surprised if we trade up, if we trade down. I don't think either of those are going to happen. I think most of the headspace in the front office right now is going towards, is it going to be May? Is it going to be Daniels? But I mean, I'm not at all opposed to targeting Kirk Cousins and grabbing, Jordan Travis and letting him sit for a year or something. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah. For me, like Chicago's taken Caleb. Like
Williams.
There's a 0% chance they don't take Caleb. Like it's a lock. And for us, and I said this stream I did, I think yesterday, it would be like enticing to trade back if this was like a Kenny Pickett draft, but you have 2 really good options at 2. It's just, I just don't see a way that Adam Peters and Dan Quinn are like, yeah, we're not like high on either of these guys. Like there's one of them that they just like a lot. And I think that's who they take. If it was like one, like say Jaden Daniels wasn't in this draft, then I could see like a way they're like, we're just not sold on Drake. He's still a little raw. He's still like 21. We're going to go a different route. Like, okay. But I just don't see that being something that they're considering. Like, I think that I don't know if they know who they want yet. I think it's pretty close, but apparently, I mean, I've seen a couple other things where like we've like received offers for 2. And I mean, Adam Peters even said like he had a lot of really good conversations with a lot of GMs at the combine. That's all the combine is now. People talk so much. The Senior Bowl, people talk a lot, but the combine is like just a glorified, like a high school lunch. Everyone's just going around tables talking to each other and just like gossiping and be like, look, literally. And that's when these articles come out of like, oh, this guy heard from rival teams in the NFC East that they think they're going Drake May.
Yeah.
Because people, and it's funny because like all of these insiders and stuff are on like the same like thread or like same group chats of like agents and all these other people. They just send out the same text at the same time. Yep. That's why everyone tweets it out at the exact same time. So like people hear the same thing from the same people. But yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards you, Andrew. I think it's pretty locked in that they're taking a quarterback at 2. They just don't know like which one yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think one name that it's great. I think one name that is creeping into the top 10 for whatever reason, and I don't know if you guys heard this, but Louis Riddick, after I think it was day 4, day 5, when other quarterbacks through there, he was like, watch out for JJ McCarthy to make it to the top 5. I'm like, no,
dude, I do not like JJ.
He said top 5.
Top 5 or top 10? I think it's top 5.
Someone said the first 4 picks were going to be quarterbacks. I'm like,
no.
Someone said it was going to be Caleb. We were going to take Drake May. Patriots would take Jaden Daniels, and then the Raiders were going to trade up and get JJ McCarthy at 4. I'm like, dude,
not
no.
4.
No. And he's raw too. Like he's still only like 21, like freshly 21, if he's even 21 yet. I don't know. Like, I think he has some good tools. Like, he has some really good ball placement. He played in a really pro style offense. Like hardball. Like, Michigan's good, but like, man, he only had over 300 yards, like what, twice ever? And it's just, I don't know, just going back and watching games, it just seemed like when the game was like like at stake. They weren't like, oh, let's put it in JJ's hands. Like, hey, let's run Blake Corum like 20 more times.
Yep.
And let him
Personally,
score.
I don't even feel like he should be a first rounder, but I feel like he's going to be.
Like, if they don't win the national championship, do you think he gets this much hype?
No. And I feel like that's what's drawing all the attention towards his, elite processing abilities, and he's a winner. He knows how to win. But I mean, the fact is it's Michigan, right? It's Jim Harbaugh. It's like a great team around him who's setting him up for success. And I don't think we have that same team that's going to be around him. If he came to Washington, he's not going to. But
No, heck no.
He would not at all be as successful.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The only teams in the top 10, if were to draft him, is I think the Giants, if they don't somehow trade him into the top 3, or Atlanta.
And I don't know if Atlanta's even built to be good for him. I think a place that would be really good for him is the Vikings, honestly, just because of Kevin O'Connell, and defense got a lot better last year. You've got, JJ. They got a couple. I mean, on offensive line could be a little bit better, but they don't have a running back anymore. Like,
Nope.
I guess Ty Chandler's going to start, or they're going to get another running back. They got Addison. I mean, they got some weapons, so I think that'd be a good spot for him. But if he went somewhere like Washington, man, he's going to struggle his first year. He's going to be like, this is not college.
This is no.
I'm not in Michigan anymore.
Solidified at like every position.
Yeah. I'd feel terrible if he goes to the Patriots. Like, I'd genuinely feel bad. Like, I'd tweet at him like, bro, I'm sorry. At least you got a natty.
Like, man, the Patriots about to change. Another white QB.
Yeah. And it's not Belichick.
And it's not Belichick. Nothing's changed.
You got a linebacker coach.
Oh my God. It's going to be nuts. I
like Mayo, though.
I think the only reason why people say Atlanta is because you have Bijan, you have Drake London, you have Kyle Pitts, your offensive line's been steady this season. You've got a good defense. You got a new head coach who's going to bring in a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, competent head coach.
Competent head coach. I mean, Arthur Smith was a better coordinator than he was a coach.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just like Cliff. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. I mean, it's how people make their money. I mean, look at Josh McDaniel.
I think Cliff's going to kill it this year, too. I think a lot of people are sleeping on like what he can do with the offense. Be like, oh, my God, another retread, or a guy from college who wasn't even a coordinator. Like, don't sleep on Cliff, man. Cliff is a film junkie. Like, he is a ball junkie. He doesn't care about anything else but film.
So real quick. No, go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead, Andrew.
I was just going to add that we're finally going to have like a creative offensive coordinator. Like, we haven't had that since before Scott Turner. Like, him and EB were both just so dull and uncreative. And I feel like he's going to bring like a spark to the offense that we're going to need.
So I'm not saying this will ever happen, but what if, you know how it goes between now and the draft, somebody's going to trade for somebody, what if Cards offered Kyler Murray for pick 2?
I wouldn't do it.
No.
I mean, I don't want to do it either, but the guy knew Clip's offense and stuff.
No, you have his contract.
He's familiar.
His contract's terrible.
It's
100% agreed.
I would be pissed.
Yeah, no.
It's too big. It's too big of a contract. He knows the offense and did what with that offense.
All the damn thing.
Like, he's a great player, but he likes Call of Duty more than he likes football.
So you might as well get Colt McCoy.
Shoot.
He knows that offense.
Ain't nothing wrong with Colt McCoy.
Now, he retired now. He's living the film life now. Pretty much.
Hell, I'd rather just trade back and take Bo Nix if they offered Murray. Fuck it. I don't want Murray. Trade it back, take Bo Nix.
Going back and forth on him. I don't know.
He reminds me of Drew Brees, but athletic.
I think that's why the Broncos might take him at 12.
The Broncos are going to take whoever's left on the board. They have no choice. they have no
got
money
nothing.
and they have no draft picks.
No.
They just have to take whatever's given to them.
It's pick 12 and then it's pick 76.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they trade Jerry Jeudy.
Still not going to get nothing, but maybe be a day tag.
I could see some like New England giving up a third for him.
I would do it too because New England has nothing. Kendrick Bourne's a free agent too.
Yep.
to trade 2025 too. Help him out with Bryce Young.
Oh yeah, Carolina. I could see it.
Well, Alabama reunion.
I mean, they need all the help they can get.
Yeah. That's where I think Curtis Samuel goes back to Carolina, honestly.
I could see it.
Poor guy. But I don't think he comes back to Washington, honestly. I don't
No,
think they
probably
resign
not.
him.
Probably not. I would love it, but probably not.
I see him go to KC though.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Curtis.
Ooh.
They need a reliable dude. I mean, Curtis number 2 is leading.
Well, they lost MVS
Yep.
and
It's Sky
Nicole
Moore.
Hardman.
Yeah, McCole would be a free agent.
So,
So
Sky Moore and Travis Kelsey,
Kelsey,
and Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice and Kadarius
Yeah.
Toney, if they even keep him.
Oh heck,
They're gonna draft like a Keon Coleman, I think.
Dude.
they're gonna get some probably
hope.
like AD Mitchell, whoever's left.
Mm-hmm. See, here's the problem.
They
He
can pick Tony.
take a who? Troy?
No, they ain't take Tony spot. Tell him I caught 10 catches in high school. Tell him what Tony's caught. Here.
Hold on.
Oh no, I was agreeing with Andrew. I said KC probably take Keon Coleman.
Oh.
But I said, you think I can go to KC and tell him I caught 10 more catches than Tony in high school? Take his spot.
I think anything's better than Kadarius Toney.
That guy has that bad play will forever like live in his career.
Mm-hmm.
They'd take Dyami Brown over Kadarius Toney at this point.
I'd trade it. 6th round pick. I'd trade it.
Yeah.
Do you think Brown could be like a cheap trade target for like a 7th round pick
No,
to
nobody
add a
wants him.
veteran?
No one
I mean,
wants
the
him.
guy hasn't. I mean, he'd be a good practice squad player, but that's about it. But he hasn't showed enough in the NFL, and it makes me wonder: do you think Cliff will get another offensive? He likes 3 to 4 receiver sets.
Well, he'll go up to 5. He has no problem putting 5 on the field.
Oh,
Which sucks
100%.
because we don't have 5.
Exactly. It makes you wonder.
I think on roster we technically have 4 on roster. It's Dyami, Terry, Jahan, and Kaz.
I think Mitch is coming back too.
I hope so. I hope so.
Shout out to my boy Mitch.
I was on that Mitch train the entire season. I got to tell you that, like, bring in Mitchell Tinsley. Let him run. And nothing happened.
Dude, I remember when we signed him, I texted him. I was like, dude, I'm so hyped. He's like,
Mhm.
dude, let's go. I was like, dude, we just gotta give him a chance. And then he popped off in the
preseason.
Yeah, Browns game. We just like we need more of that. Like, dude, what's crazy is like I love Malachi Corley, and like Mitch and Malachi Corley have a lot of the same like qualities, and they both played at Western Kentucky. They did the same things. Like Mitch was a screen like galore, like yak dude at Western Kentucky. Penn State was just like it was tough. Like the whole offense is tough. But he still did good. Like I think he still had like 600 yards and like 5 tutties his last season at Penn State. But yeah, I hope he gets a chance, man. But I think we
hope so.
definitely add like a legit like opposite of Terry wide receiver. Like I think Jahan goes in the slot.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I think
Agreed.
he eats in the slot. But we need like another like deep threat. Which like I said this today. I kind of like finally talked myself into it. I would be okay with Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
Like I have no problem.
Yep. You've been saying it the entire time.
Guys.
Like I think PFF hasn't projected like a year or 10 mil. Okay. Like that's fine. It's somewhat of a deep threat that can like stretch the field. That's all he can do really is go deep. But that's fine. Like we need that.
Yeah.
He's a bigger dude. And he's like 24. He's the same age as Terry when Terry came out of the draft. I mean, came out of college.
I didn't know he was that young.
Yeah, he's super young.
40 years, 40 mil. There you go.
I think let me look it up. I'm pretty sure he's like 24.
Yeah, he's 24, 25. He turns 25 if I remember correctly.
He's relatively young.
Let's see.
Let me look. Gabriel Davis. 24 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He hasn't even hit a ceiling yet. Like this guy has so much potential still in the tank. Not even funny.
It's
him
nuts.
Him and Calvin really are like the only wide receivers in free agency.
Yep.
Yeah, Yeah, Gabe will turn 25 here next month.
So that's crazy.
And I'd be happy with him or Ridley. Honestly, they're
Oh,
both,
yeah.
you know, bigger dudes who are very capable. So I'd take either of them at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ridley actually had a way better season than people realize. Like Matt Harmon, I love Matt Harmon, another Virginia boy. He does like the reception perception stuff, and he's like showing like his charts and stuff. He's like Ridley actually had like one of the best seasons like route success in the NFL. Like there was only one route of his whole route tree that was like bad. Everything else was like green across the board. He had a couple drops, but man, there was a lot of plays Trevor missed last year. Like a lot. Like someone posted it was like a 2-minute clip of just like near touchdowns that Trevor Lawrence missed on. And a lot of them were to Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley. So yeah, I'd be fine with Calvin. He's probably gonna be expensive though.
Yeah.
But if it's like a 3-year deal, that first year is super favorable. Like, and the salary cap goes up every year. So like, I could care less.
Yeah.
Get a legit weapon on offense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. Combine was great. Just to wrap that part up, I think the combine was great. Other people I have kind of just notes wise, I thought Theo Johnson out of Penn State looked really good. Dallas Turner looked good. Armarius Mims, like we said. Kalen King didn't look great. Peyton Wilson, I think, solidified himself into a late first round pick.
I like him for us. I feel like he'd be a great fit.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. Yep, and we did a shout out to Adam Aniba, the Burgundy Goal Report. We did a player breakdown with him over on Instagram and Twitter. You guys can go follow us up there. We did a player breakdown on him and liked everything I saw coming out of him.
Yeah, the medicals was the biggest thing for him. Which like from what I heard, everything looks good. And like when I talked to him at the Senior Bowl, he said like the biggest thing was just finding like his body weight and like where he wanted to be like size wise to where he was like healthy. And he said like once he got that down, he's been healthy ever since. So like I'm fine with that. Like I think Edgerrin Cooper is still my number one linebacker. I can't switch up. He's been my number one for a while. But I think Peyton Wilson, dude. It was a Louisville game this past year. Just watch that game. Like every play's flying across the screen. I'm like, where's Peyton Wilson? He's the only guy moving at a completely different speed than everybody else on the field. And I told him, I was like, dude, like you watch that, like whether it's going after the quarterback, there's one play, he's all the way on the other hash, and the quarterback like rolls out of the pocket and he stops him before he even crosses the line of scrimmage. Like he has crazy speed and he's super lengthy too. Like his measurements are really good. So like I would love for him to come here, but man, it's gonna be doesn't seem likely. I think him and Cooper both. I don't know, Cooper in the second. Maybe, but like Ron Rivera's not our coach anymore. We're not taking linebackers that high. And Dan Quinn doesn't really, I don't know. He never really drafted or like wanted like had like a early round linebacker. Like it's Marquise Bell got moved from safety to linebacker. Damone Clark,
Jerome Cox.
Yeah, I guess Micah. Like. Not really. So
no, Micah's more of an edge. Micah's more of an edge.
Yeah, I just don't know like what his plan's going to be like linebacker. And he even said like Jamin Davis is going to be coming off the line and like rushing the quarterback more. So like I don't know what he wants out of a linebacker. So that's what I'm intrigued about. But just need like one stud.
Think we're moving to a 3-4 defense?
I don't know because like I remember Joe Witt's press conference. He was like 3-4, 4-3 doesn't matter. We're gonna do the same thing. Like our scheme's gonna look like the same. Like they're gonna switch up some stuff, but he's like, no one really runs like a traditional set anymore. So I think you'll see a little bit of both. Like I just don't expect like 4 linemen every play.
Yeah,
you know, it's not your traditional like, all right, here we go. It's the same 4 guys. Like, and like we started going away from it a little bit last year, like a lot of 5-2. But then also did a lot of packages where it's only 3 in the line, and then you'd have like Cam in the box. You'd have like 3 or 4 like linebackers. So I don't know. Like I don't think they'll like say like we're gonna do a exact defense. But I think it's gonna be a completely different looking product on the field. That's for sure.
Yep. I think one play that wasn't invited to the combine, and I was a little shocked because of how good he was in college, and it's bias on my part, and Andrew just know where I'm going with this.
Oh yeah.
It's OD linebacker Jason Henderson. That's my guy.
He's usually a guy I draft like in the 7th sometimes, like when he's there. I haven't watched any of his film or anything like that, but I mean, he was like highly graded on everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He set records in the Sun Belt Conference and Conference USA for us at the 3 years at ODU. He hasn't officially declared for the draft, but I think he's out of eligibility. So he might be that weird thing.
Like
I think
he's just automatically in the draft.
yeah. Well, yeah, because like he hasn't put out anything, and then I look at like PFN
Yeah.
and PFF, and I just scroll. I'm like, oh, there he is. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But if he's
Yeah,
there,
I mean, they
I'd
pretty
take
much
him.
officially put like everybody in the draft now, so he's
Mhm.
got to be going.
I hope so.
If he was like a 6-year senior or something like that, then yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
really have to like declare. Like he's just automatically in.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'd take him. But I mean, it's bias on my part, but I'll take him because he just flies around the field, 4.5 sacks, like an interception, something else this year.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we need to. I think we'd for sure sign one or two. Like I
Mhm.
think we go like Jordan Brooks, Aziz Al-Shahir, which Brooks is like kind of like a middle of the pack guy, but Aziz is honestly gonna be really cheap. Like
Mhm.
that first year is gonna be like $5 million. Like that's nothing.
It's nothing.
And then I think we draft one. I just don't know like how high we draft one. So maybe like a later round guy would be
Mhm.
nice, like him or Curtis Jacobs.
Chris Jacobs. I like Dallas Gant. I like him out of Toledo. I like obviously
Trevin.
Jeremiah. Yeah, Trevin Wallace out of Kentucky.
Yeah, he's really athletic, dude. They'd be
Yeah.
pumping out some athletic linebackers.
Athletic, but very, very raw
Yeah.
linebackers. That's the one thing that we put out in our other breakdown was like he's a very raw talent coming out.
Just like Jamin.
Exactly like Jamin, but like 6 rounds below.
Yeah.
It's a rough. Hey, if I've been taking Jeremiah Trotter at 67, I would take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, y'all, I love Jeremiah Trotter Jr. There's a couple times where I'm like trading back with one of those seconds, like depending on what's on the board, like 36. If there's like a Deese Isaac, Chop Robinson, and Darius Robinson, I'm like, let me trade back like 2 or 3 spots to still snag any of those 3. Like I'm happy with any of them. And I pick up like ones like 100 and something. And every now and then, like I'll take like Cedric Gray or someone. I like Cedric Gray a lot too. He said he's had a lot of good conversations with Washington throughout the whole process so far. He sat at the Senior Bowl. They met with him like multiple times, which is the ones you have to like pay attention to. It's like every player met with every team.
Yeah.
So like I think it's funny like during Senior Bowl week, someone's like, "Oh, so and so met with so and so." Like, yeah, like they have to.
Yeah.
Like it's on the schedule. They have to. But when they come back and like start asking you, he was like, dude, they were asking me some like crazy stuff. Like he was like, I can't tell you everything, but he told me some of them like they like make up things that never happened. They would just see how you react to it. Like, oh yeah, remember in college, like when you did this, blah 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 blah. And he's like, I never did that. But yeah, they met with him like 2 or 3 times. So like that's a name I'm circling back on. He was a vocal guy, like super good leader. Like he was like the communicator on the North Carolina's defense, like middle linebacker. Like in my opinion, he's like traditional middle linebacker. He's good at everything. I would love to get Cedric Gray in like one of those later rounds too. That's a guy I've been high on for a long time.
Yeah, that was more most recent breakdown over on Instagram was Cedric Gray. I think it released it yesterday. I think.
Yeah, he's a dude, and I love him.
Good pick. I think this is one that I don't want to say like one of the better combines, but one of the more like focal point. If you want to watch a combine, go watch this combine type of thing.
Yeah, it's just the most athletic. I mean, like I said, with offensive linemen, like it's not surprising to me that like records were broken, multiple records were broken this year because it seems like every year, not even just college, but high school kids are getting ridiculous. Like Jeremiah Smith, the freshman wide receiver at Ohio State, measured in today, and he's the same size as Marvin Harrison Jr. is at the combine. Like not his freshman year. How Marvin Harrison Jr. is today, this freshman, like 17, 18-year-old, same size as him. I was like, yeah, I think he was number 1 wide receiver overall in the recruiting class. Yeah. But like, it's crazy. Like these kids are just getting faster and bigger. Like what's 10, 15 years going to look like from now? Like I'm terrified.
I don't want
to my future kids.
I can't imagine that. Yeah. And then like the tape they just put out earlier today with him and Will Howard at training camp at OSU, just that low ball. I'm like,
yeah, they do some crazy stuff.
Hey, I've said it before. I think Ohio State's wide receiver but that's just my opinion. LSU's number 2 for me, but
I'm not mad at it. Our run for like 3 years was nuts at Alabama. Yeah, when Jalen Waddle is your like 5th or 6th wide receiver, you got a room.
I mean, remember Jermaine Burton ain't nothing to scoff at. He can play.
No, he was good this year.
Yeah, but I mean, there's levels to this.
Ohio State's probably up. They're probably there right now.
Yeah, I think for me it goes Ohio, LSU, and then Alabama.
I respect it.
You're like, I hate
don't
it, but-
agree, but I respect it.
right? I don't hate it.
Alabama's for sure number 2.
You know, I can agree to disagree, but LSU 2 and 3 are interchangeable for me, depending on who comes out.
That's fair.
Yep. But let's get into the meat and potatoes, I like to call it here at BIB. For those who watch us every single year, we do a mock draft on Instagram. We got one on Twitter. We got one on YouTube. We like to do mock drafts around here. We like to do it for boredom. We like to do it for fun. We do it with a lot of different people. And I texted you earlier today about this, so I didn't want to spring it on you. But let's get into this. So I do use PFF. I've got a 50% off because I'm a student. So I like to use it. We can do this however you guys want to do. If you want to do 4 of them, we can do 4 of them. Josh, if you just want to do one, you take the wheel however you guys want to do it.
No, it's fine. Like I'm cool with like all of us like kind of debating each pick and coming to a consensus on who we should take.
We can do that for sure. Justin, Andrew, that sound like a plan to you guys?
Sounds great.
Cool.
Let's
right.
debate it.
Let's get into this. So 7 rounds, obviously. I go fast. I don't like to go turbo. I like to go fast so we can kind of see if we want to trade up, trade down. More care, more draft needs, minimal as I can get randomness. I like to put a little.
Yeah, I'll put that thing all the way down all the time.
I like that. Let's get into
because
this.
when I don't, it goes Drake May 1. And I'm like, dang it, I gotta start over.
Exactly. It goes Drake May 1. It goes. I've seen one where it's Jaden 1. I'm like,
no.
I
had one the other day. It was Marvin Harrison Jr. I was like, nah.
No.
Start over.
So let's get this draft started. Any pre-draft trade ups or trade downs y'all want to concur?
I'm good at 2.
I'm good at 2.
I like it.
I'm cool at 2. Do you think John Allen's going to get traded? John Allen?
You know, I tell people to not get attached to players, but that would hurt my soul. Like
It would.
I love me some John Allen, man.
I do too. I have his jersey. I just got his jersey as a gift too, and I don't want to do it.
Dang. It's funny because my uncle's like the reason I'm an Alabama fan. And like we grew up like just watching like recruiting classes and stuff like that. And I remember going to some John Allen games back in high school, and I was like, man, so I've like literally been watching this guy since like I was in high school.
Yeah.
That's cool. How about Sam Howell? Anybody think Sam Howell's going to get traded?
Nah, I don't think if there's not a market for Justin Fields, there's not a market for Sam Howell in my opinion.
Yep.
Fair. No, that's fair. All right, so we will just get started then. Obviously, we can make trades throughout the draft. So that's why I like PFF, because you can do a player trade.
Yeah,
that's the one caveat I like. So let's get started. They go Caleb Williams 1 overall. So we sit here at 2. We have a plethora of options. So what do we want to do here at number dose?
Should probably be debating whether we want to go with May or Daniels. I'll throw my vote in the bucket. I'm gonna say Daniels, but I'm open to hearing what you guys think.
I'm still Drake May as of today. I just think his upside, like people throw around names, like I'm still sticking with the Justin Herbert like possibilities. Like that's just what I see when I watch him. I think he's still raw too. Like he's only 21. We talk about JJ McCarthy, like they're the same age. And I think going back to not last year, but the year before that, when he was in like an actual like air raid offense, like the dude popped off, had 45 tutties. Like I think that's the Drake May you'd be getting, not the Drake May you had last year. So what do you have? 45 tutties?
24, 37.
37. Oh yeah, Jaden's the one that had 45. But yeah, like or he had 40. I'm still going. I think Drake, in my opinion, just I don't know. I don't know if Jaden Daniels is going to translate like quickly. Yeah. But he has his feet to like bail him out like the times where he's not like
looking good.
Yeah, like he can still make crazy plays with his legs. But so can Drake May. So
let's do Drake.
Or Drake. Well, Jonathan, Justin, what y'all think?
Justin, I'll let you go.
I'm all Drake. I mean, I see so much of Justin Herbert. It's not even funny. And Daniels, I just don't think he translates well. He's not Lamar Jackson 2.0 like everybody's claiming he has. Twitter, nope. I just don't see it. Go ahead and take Drake May.
Alrighty, Drake May.
Lamar
that
is
you went
different, man.
Lamar is one of one. There is nothing like him.
I think like what quarterback has been able to win it big with his legs? Like at the end of the day, you got to make some big boy throws.
Oh, yeah.
You got to like people remember those 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 plays in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. So that's what I tell people. Like, who do you think you can win a Super Bowl with?
Yeah.
Maybe
Fair
not right
enough.
away, but 3, 4, 5 years from now, like who do you
Now.
think has a better chance of winning a Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So we will go with Drake May. Sam Howell will once again be replaced by the exact same teammate. That I've joked with people around, like, if this isn't a big FU to Sam Howell taking the same dude.
But they're super close. Like I
Oh,
think it
I
makes it a
know.
little bit easier, and they're
Yeah.
both like super cool guys, like
Oh, for sure.
country boy, East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
like
Hey.
church going.
Yeah. Patriots took JJ at 34, but
Yeah,
all right, here we're at 36. Personally, for where I like my money, I like TJ Tampa at 36.
I do like TJ, but it's hard to pass up Jordan Morgan because you need
I'm with
is.
Josh on this one. I'm
Okay.
with Josh.
which he surprised the heck out of me. His arms were short.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? Like that
Yeah.
kind of hurt my heart, man, because I love Jordan Morgan, and the film does not look like he has those short arms because
Mm-mm.
he went against the best pass rushers in the country like all season. UCLA, Washington, Oregon, like you name it, like the top guys that went in the first round, like Latu, both Murphy twins, Braylon Trice, like, and he was winning reps steadily. Like, look at that. His
Yeah.
best game was against UCLA, who had the most pressures and sacks in the country.
Yep.
And his film's phenomenal.
And his
Yeah.
worst game was the second to last game of the season when everyone's tired.
And Jonah Ellis had one of
And
the
Jonah Ellis.
most sacks in the country. Yeah, the dude's
Mhm.
that dude's crazy too. Like athletic.
It's nuts.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I'm taking the tackle before somebody
Okay.
else takes them. I mean, you can make the argument though, like if you want to wait and get Patrick Paul like next at like 40, I think he's still going to be there.
Could even trade back from 40 probably a little bit if we
Yeah.
want Paul.
You could.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want a Tampa or Jatavian Sanders or Adisa Isaac, someone did a mock draft and had us getting Rakestraw.
Yeah, that was the Commanders' official like first one. I was like,
This Braylon Trice and Rakestraw. I like Braylon Trice in second's great, but like Rakestraw, like, he's really good. But I'm like, man,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know about I just don't know about taking a corner. That means like Forbes ain't playing much. If we're drafting one and re-signing Kindle, like Forbes is not getting much playing time.
No.
Or they're moving him to nickel and St. Juice isn't playing any.
Right.
I
like
know.
Morgan. I like Morgan. Justin, what are you thinking?
You have to go tackle here.
Okay.
You have to. We have to go left tackle.
All righty.
Yeah.
So unless you get one in the free agency, you're good. You don't have to, but I don't think we will.
Fair enough.
I could honestly, I could see us like kicking the tires on Tyron Smith because I think he would be like 10 mil. But I don't think that should stop you from drafting one either. Like I was kind of telling you before we started recording, like even if you got a guy that has like a left-right flexibility, like Kingsley, Tumatai out of BYU, but I'm still going with Jordan Morgan.
All right, I've been outvoted. I don't hate the pick. I would take him here too, but TJ was on the board. I'm like, we do need corner help and depth.
TJ Tampa's a beast, but
he is nuts. So TJ, and then he goes right next to the Chargers. So pick here at 40, and the Giants go Bo next. But pick here at 40, what do we want to concur and concoct?
I think if we did trade Allen before the draft, I'd take Fisk. But since we kept him, I feel like edge wouldn't be a bad idea here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think we sign Dorrance from Dallas. He comes back over, rejoins with Witt and Quinn. He gets the start. Like, that's what I want out of free agency. Like, young ascending guys who are ready to take on more responsibility, ready to take on more like of a role. And Dorrance is one of those guys. He's like 25, 26. And he's like playing at the best like in his career. So like let him get the start. Maybe even rotate him in with like KJ Henry, whoever, and then fill that other side. Adisa and Chop can both play either side of the line. So and Darius can play literally anywhere from 0 to 9 tech on the line. So gosh, that's tough. I'm biased with this pick because I love Adisa and Chop. They're great dudes. Like when I was covering Penn State, they were like one of my favorite guys to like talk to and just watch. Like ridiculous how good they are. But man, Darius is
on the board.
He's built different. Like literally.
He's built different.
he's a robot.
He's
Um
nuts. Just give the viewers a taste of Darius Robinson,
yeah, go watch the
Kinda
Georgia
special.
game.
dude. And he's a good size, 6'5" at his.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
6'5", almost 300. He
100
moves what he
pounds.
does. That's nuts. So like, and that's the thing. Like, we talked about not too long ago. Like, what kind of scheme? Like 4-3-3-4,
Mhm.
whatever. Like that guy can literally line up inside
Anywhere.
the tackle, over the tackle. Yeah, over the guard. It doesn't matter. A 5'2" with him. Jesus. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all pick this one.
I like.
My heart says
Rob-
Adisa Isaac, but
I like Chop, Darius, and Jonah like the same amount. I can go
Okay.
between those three.
you don't like
without
Adisa
preference.
Isaac?
I like him. I don't like him as much as those other three, but I still like him a lot.
Get a little taste of Adiza Isaac. Although, I mean, he's also got a good size. 6'4" at 250
Oh,
is a
yeah.
good size.
He has a really good length. That's the only thing that's kind of hurting Chop is like he doesn't have like the arm length because he was a linebacker, transitioned to edge just like Micah
Edge.
did. Like he did exactly what Micah did as soon as Micah left.
Mhm.
And now Abdul Carter's doing the same thing. So like Adisa Isaac is like more of that. I don't want to say like natural edge. But he just both of their like get off on the line is insane.
Mhm.
I'm honestly fine with any of those top three.
I like it. I like it. Justin, what are you thinking, my friend?
Either of the top three. I mean, to me, I have both the Robinsons ahead of Isaac, but
Okay.
yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, Chop
Okay.
had a good combine though. Like that helped him
He
out
did.
a lot.
He
Because
did.
people are like, I don't know about Chop. Like Adisa might be better. Darius Robinson. Someone said that they thought I think it was Mel Kiper said he thought Darius Robinson was going to go top 10, which is nuts.
No,
What? I could see him
I-
top 30.
Like a Trayvon Walker kind of impact from the combine.
top
I don't-
10 is crazy. Though.
I don't see.
That is-
I could see top 30 like a San Francisco or Detroit taking him, but top 10.
Him and San Fran would feed families.
Bro, him and Aiden Hutchinson with Dan Quinn, dude.
Whew.
If that don't turn you on just a little bit, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Just to
That
put it
would be-
bluntly,
That would be good.
that'd be
Detroit keeps
disgusting.
getting linked to some free agent edges too. But
Mhm.
yeah, I can see Darius going to Detroit.
Yeah.
Dan
I'm
Campbell.
gonna pull the trigger on this because we all like the top three. I'm gonna split the middle and go Chop Robinson.
That's fine
Let's
with
do
me.
I'm gonna go Chop.
No.
I do really love Darius Robinson, and if he fell to 40, I would 100% take him. But I do
Oh
like
no,
Chop.
fans are gonna be mad because he's from Maryland.
Man, some of us fans don't know what we're talking about. Let's be honest.
Like, I don't want him. He's from here. Well, then you definitely don't want Christian Haynes. He's a
Haynes.
giant Washington. Haynes.
Exactly. Here at 67, we got good options here at 67.
Yeah, this is
that
This is
top
where it
guy
gets
doesn't look
tough.
too bad.
Jonathan Brooks.
I just don't know what his ACL looks like right now.
I
Yeah,
think he's doing pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so.
He's gonna be 100%.
man.
So
If you did trade John
Allen.
Allen, can you imagine Javondre Sweat next to Dron
oh
Payne?
man.
Dude, he's crazy. He's probably one of like the craziest guys to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
He had probably like one of the funniest like interviews at the Senior Bowl, like people talking to him. Like, yeah, so what do you think about like the Big 12? Like, and then like now it's going to SEC. He's like, ball, we still gonna run that shit. Like, I don't care. Like he was just like so blunt about everything. And then he was like running routes and like catching balls after
Mhm.
practice.
Uh-huh.
It was funny. Him and Fisk both were doing it. So like if you did get rid of John Allen, like that would be pretty intriguing right here too. But man, between
I can scroll a little bit.
Haynes and this is where I start looking at wide receivers too.
Oh, let's go. On the
'Cause
board.
you got
Take a look
Walker.
at linebackers as well.
oh yeah.
See if Trotter's there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean you could even trade back a couple spots here too.
You could. Let's speak of linebacker. It's on the board.
Oh yeah, they got him at 85 now.
Yeah, you
That's
could
crazy.
trade back
He
a little
was-
then.
Mhm.
Before the season ended, he was like first round.
He was
It's just crazy how much the board switches
Changes.
around.
switches
yeah.
up.
And
And
then
if
the
you look-
draft happens and nothing is like normal.
No, but then if you look, Cooper and Colson got taken back to back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So
he
what do-
probably goes the next like 10 picks for
Mhm.
sure. I'm about to say if you want, I would probably trade back like a few
Okay.
spots just because there's so many options too.
So we got people who want to trade.
Jeez.
Wow.
How far do we go back? Do we want to stay within 60 or do we want to go back to maybe 71?
So what's that at right now? 67.
Yeah.
I'm about to say 71, 72. It's not bad. Don't trade with the Giants. That's the
No.
ops.
So what the Cardinals have a good flurry of
Yeah,
stuff we
they
could
do.
go back.
So yeah, 71, 67, probably like 137 gets it done.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they'd do 105. That's a lot.
What
is
if
a lot.
what if you trade 67, 103 in exchange for 67 and pick 90?
There's a chance.
Yeah,
Y'all
75.
think?
Maybe they might do 138. If you don't offer 103 yet.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
it's
they
103.
won't.
Do we want to test this trade?
I'm up for it.
Yeah, because you trade up a good bid. Getting it anywhere in that top 90 is big.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we will offer trade. And no,
Oh hell.
Well,
They don't want
that's
it.
right.
So
Well,
yeah,
so
take 90. Let's do 137.
yeah, let's try it out. Yeah, they took that one,
Let's go.
which let's figured. So let's see. So Tez Walker, Brooks, Dorless, Haynes. So we see her at 71.
Like honestly, that's fine. So I'm
You
either
could take
going.
Trotter.
Yeah, I'm either going Trotter or Leggett here. I'm a big Leggett fan.
Ooh, Xavier Leggett out of the
Mhm.
what people call the actual USC, which is University of South Carolina,
The
but
original.
the original. I like Leggett. I
He
really
killed
do.
y'all this year.
Dude, don't remind me. Don't remind me.
That dude went crazy.
For
Brendan-
those who don't know, he killed my Gators. Decently, but he killed us.
He took over. He had a bunch of like crazy catches in that game.
Yeah,
Like,
we
he had
sucked
a,
this
he had
year.
a deep post route. It seemed like he was like floating in the air for like 10
Mhm.
seconds.
Yeah, we sucked this year.
Brendan Rice is also someone that I watched in the
Oh.
combine
Yeah,
and
Brendan's
really
good.
caught my eye at the combine. His numbers aren't like crazy eye popping, but I mean, I feel like he's super fast, very aggressive, great
Mhm.
hands. Like
Good size. Everything.
Good
somebody that
size.
before I wasn't really
6'3".
interested in at all. But
Mhm.
after the combine and I watched a little bit of film on him, I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
And it-
Brendan Rice too.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
love
what-
Johnny Wilson too. Somebody who's tall, athletic,
Yeah,
decent
dude.
I like him
speed.
too.
He had
He's
a
a
longer
freak of
wingspan
nature.
than Megatron.
6'7".
Yeah, he
Mhm.
reminds me of the Calvin Benjamin.
Oh, I saw him
If
at the
you remember
combine
him.
too. He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll
just
stay away from the cheeseburgers though.
Hey.
He could be like a tight end convert, probably.
Gosh, those terrify me though.
Those do terrify me, especially with
Like-
5 drops.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was his issue. Like, and he was dropping a lot at the Senior Bowl too. Like, he honestly did not
Yeah.
look good.
11%.
How's your worst game against Southern Miss?
Miss. I don't know.
Like, what happened that game?
I don't know. And they
I need to watch it.
They
just
were
had all
strong,
5
coach.
drops that game.
that's
They were
rough.
strong, coach.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, I know they
something.
won, but daggone, what did he do that game?
I don't know. I don't want to find out. So what do we think? Do we want to go receiver or do we want to go to Trotter?
Trotter's so good.
I'm leaning towards Trotter.
Yeah, I'm going Trotter.
Trotter. Good
Trotter.
6 foot. Can play like damn near anywhere on the defense. Just look at that.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. And had 2 picks.
Yep.
Shoot me with this, please. Shoot me with this. I mean, we could have an hour-long conversation about every draft pick, and I would not complain.
Here's something to think
Yeah,
about.
me neither.
Would we want to consider Marshawn Lloyd over Bucky after the combine?
Well, it looked
Dude,
good.
Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd's a beast.
I feel like he may have jumped over Bucky after
I think,
the combine.
yeah, a lot of people have had Marshawn over.
Mhm.
And he didn't have like a lot of catches, but like
Mm-mm.
just watching him, he's actually like a good receiving threat.
Yeah, I
177
think
elusive.
Ray Davis is super underrated too.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
dude, Marshawn Lloyd is fast. But oh my god, Trey Benson too. Trey Benson's like speed. Like
He is.
man,
There's
Benson's
options.
Good too.
but I
And
say
he's
Trey
t-
Benson's honestly
he's-
my favorite.
And he's a big dude for a running back, 6'1".
Dude, he can scoot. They had a really deep running back room too.
Yeah, they did. Tell you what.
So I mean, hold on, who was at the very, very top? Like before running back, like not just running backs.
Van
Oh,
Pran.
Van
So
Pran.
you
I
got
like him.
here, and then you got 103 too.
I like
Mhm.
Limmer. Limmer had a good combine, didn't he?
Yeah, super athletic. Actually,
Mhm.
his strength is the only thing that worries me though.
Yeah.
Like, he's the guy
Yeah.
that went viral when Sweat like bent him backwards at the Senior Bowl and then buried him in the ground. But like outside of that, like he actually does look pretty good.
well,
He's-
Sweat's huge. So
Oh yeah, Sweat is.
Sweat can
It's
do
massive.
that to a lot of people.
Yep. I mean, Limmer's more of a run blocking center than he is a pass block if you just look. But
Yeah, he's a mover. Like he'll get to that second level quick.
mhm.
I do like SVP.
A lot of good options.
He's just not
We could
usually here
take
for me.
SVP here, and then at 103 we could take running back.
Yeah,
So you take cornerback too.
Chris
Kid
Abrams
from Missouri
train,
ain't too
Mhm.
terrible.
really good nickel. Oh, my boy Cam Cart, I'm coming for you. Don't worry.
Cam Hart.
I'm gonna get you out of there, Cam. I'm like the biggest Cam Hart fan, dude. Oh, he's so good.
He's a good
Same
one.
with Cho Smith. Wait, he's crazy.
Mhm.
Jarvis
Like him.
Brownlee
He's
had a really
strong.
good Senior Bowl. Dude,
So-
Kalen King, man, that
Kalen
hurts
King
my heart.
fell off, bro. I was upset that Dwight McLaughlin didn't have a good senior, but had a good combine.
Josh Newton's underrated too.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good
Oh,
corners.
he
but
dropped. He was higher before, I thought.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
was.
He was.
Dude, he
A
was
lot
like
of-
a top 3 or 4 corner going into the season. Like he was like an
Yeah.
early second round pick. Kalen King was a first rounder
He
before the
was.
season started.
And then just
Still think
fell
he's
off.
good.
And then just fell off a map this season.
Yeah, which like honestly is crazy. Like he didn't allow any touchdowns.
But your best game was against Michigan State.
Yeah, terrible.
That's saying something. All right.
Mm.
What are we thinking at 101? We got options.
I'm cool with SVP.
Me too.
Yeah.
Take him.
Cool.
So
like
other
it.
guys should still be there at 103. that we
Worst
like,
case, you
Mhm.
can
so.
kick him out to left guard. Like that's what the Eagles do. They just draft centers and kick him to guard.
King left guards.
Mhm.
Javon Solomon is someone who I really liked watching some
Yeah.
tape, but everyone
a-
else was like, eh.
He's a Bryce Huff like clone.
6'2", but he had 17 sacks this season in the Sun Belt
Wow.
Conference.
Super productive, dude.
Yep.
Him
And
and
didn't,
Vidal both, the
Mhm.
running back from
Come out.
Troy. He's
Yep.
fun to watch too. He had the most broken tackles out of any running back in
Yeah.
college football.
football. And these are Sun Belt guys too. These are my guys.
Yeah, Troy went crazy this year.
It's nuts. What are you thinking here? 103. Do we want to go running back?
I'm fine with going running back.
I like
who? That's the
Lloyd.
question.
I like Benson. I like.
There's
uh,
there's a lot of
Bucky I'm
good
mixed
names.
on now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly stuck between Bucky cost me a lot of money this year with my underdog fantasy.
Fantasy.
Something sketchy was going on with him.
Mm.
Dude, honestly, all of them are good. He's really good. I just don't know if he fits. Like, I want a speed guy so bad. I'm sick and tired of watching Devon Chan and Keaton Mitchell, guys that I would like just banging the table for to come to
Mhm.
Washington,
Yeah.
Yep.
tear it up. So like for that reason, I'm saying Trey Benson because that dude has like second
Ooh.
gear speed to him.
All right.
But
Ooh.
I can
Lloyd,
second that.
I like
Lloyd's
that.
got
though.
some speed to him too, but Benson's
Mhm.
fast.
I like him.
I like that. Justin, you like Trey Benson?
Do you know me? I'm an FSU fan, bro. I'll take any FSU player all day long.
Yeah, Trey's different, man. I think
Yeah.
Trey Benson's a good one.
All right, we'll take him. It hurts my soul, but
Like it would not surprise me if he was the better of those like 4 or 5. Like
Oh yeah.
just because that speed
Strong,
alone is
strong
crazy.
possibility.
And now we kind of fall a little bit. Now we got back to back.
Oh, we going back to back. Oh, let's go.
The tight end,
Let's go, my boy Ben.
Ben
Got
Sinnott.
Roger here too.
Yeah.
Second that.
Yeah, someone
Dude.
who again we just did a breakdown on.
Ben's my boy. I'm a Ben
Actually-
Simmons stan.
You want to take him here?
Absolutely. I would have taken my pick too.
We got back to back here.
We do.
Yeah. So
Let's-
Ben lock.
Ben.
Dude, I'm telling you, I love.
And then
Ben.
do we want to go Roger here at
I like Roger.
We got Roger, and you also got Caitlin Carson
Arden?
and Josh Newton.
Josh Newton's decent. Michael Barrett could be good edge convert.
Out of Michigan.
I think Michael Barrett's going to be like what they want to do with Jamin Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Exactly
think
what they want to do.
we're technically going to have that filled.
Yeah.
Zach Zinner's good. Bertrand's
Joe
good.
Milton I like, but we already took.
He has a
quarterbacks.
really good arm, just can't
He's just
point
so
this thing.
inaccurate. The dude literally has a shotgun. You're like, oh, he has a cannon. I'm like, nah, dude's got a pump shotgun. Straight 12 gauge, just spraying, but it's strong.
It's strong.
Dude, he looked terrible at the Senior Bowl too.
He did. But I mean, if you were to build like a quintessential quarterback with a good size and arm, he'd be like,
Oh yeah,
someone.
if I needed a Hail Mary, I'm going Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But if I need a 4-quarter quarterback, I'm not going Joe Milton.
No.
Honestly, I mean, I'm good with Rosengarten. Like, we got a left tackle. Let's get our right tackle.
I like it. I like
just-
it.
Yeah,
Justin?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
and we're about to get another pick, so
Yeah.
we're not about to lose anybody.
Mm-mm. And now we sit to 181. There's someone here. If he falls, I have taken here at 181s. There goes one of my picks.
Wiley.
Oh, there goes both of them. Sons of guns. Okay. So normally at 181, I would either take Dwight McLaughlin or I would have taken Jaheim Bell out of FSU.
Gene
Yep.
Bell.
I like both of them.
Jaheim Bell is someone
He's a guy who's way smaller than I thought too. He's like right at 6 foot.
well, they have him at 6'3", but yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
he's
the biggest.
definitely not.
No, he's
He measured
not,
in at like 6'1" at the Senior Bowl.
Mhm. But he's just elusive for a tight end. He just has
yeah.
feet to him. Pause. But he has just like good feet. Pause. Anyway,
He reminds me of so much of Vernon Davis. Like I see so much of Vernon
Ooh,
Davis in
Just
Bell.
athletic,
It's like
fast.
small, undersized,
Mhm.
athletic, good hand.
I can
Yeah,
see
I can
that.
see it.
I can see that. But we already took Senate, so we sit there at 181. What do we think? We got a little option. We are the man who refuses to acknowledge birds are real.
Oh man, we gotta take him.
Pigeon boy.
That
He said, have
cracked
you
me
ever
up.
seen a pigeon? Like, yes, I have actually.
But have you seen a baby pigeon?
Like, have you ever been out of Illinois?
Someone who I really like here for whatever reason is Kamal Hayden, corner out
Yeah.
of Tennessee. Good size to 6'1" and shut down this year. 7 passer rating.
7 passer rating. Wow.
Seven.
Dude, that's
I don't know about this.
insane.
Dude.
But he's bad in the run. Like he does.
He is bad in
misses-
the run.
I'm pretty sure. I'm about to say, yeah, he missed 5 tackles. He
Mhm.
has a wrap up problem. But
But he-
the ball's in the air. The dude's ready.
Dude is
But if
massive.
it's a screen, I don't want it going to him.
Dude.
So you're saying this is Dan Quinn project right here?
Oh yeah, Hayden's gonna be a first team All Pro rookie season.
I like it.
But I think was there another corner?
Ryan
uh,
Watts out of Texas.
Ryan Watts. He had a really good combine too.
Just
Ugh,
not as just
I just
kind
don't
of
know anything about him.
man.
Yeah, passer rating 125. Heck no.
No,
You
thank
might as well
you.
sit the left bench.
I mean, he had a good combine, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude, Hayden.
Hayden just kind of
I think you
stands
gotta
out to
take-
me.
Anthony
gotta take
Gold I
Hayden.
like as a late round receiver.
Anthony Gold out of Oregon State.
Yeah, he'd be a good returner too.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
a little small, but I like him.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in his hands though,
Mm-hmm.
he's electric. He had that crazy return in the Shrine Bowl.
It was a good year for sports, just all around.
Oh yeah.
That's
Javon
what-
Cohen. Dang, he dropped too.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good left guard.
Are we
dead
are we
bad.
just are we all just thinking Kamal Hayden and kind of go for it?
honestly,
let's go.
yeah. Like we need some corners, man.
Yeah.
He's got
Ju-
some crazy upside to him.
You know, is Justin you like that?
Well, I'd love the pick. I mean, make
Alrighty.
Dan Quinn build a project around him. I mean,
Mhm.
hell, Oklahoma drills, let him tackle. It's not that hard.
Something.
True. Something
You're
here,
playing in the SEC. How do you not tackle him?
right? And then here at 220, someone I take here all the time is Trey Taylor.
I like Trey. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I know there's also a couple receivers back here that I like
Mhm.
taking every once in a while. So
There's some big boys back
Trey
here.
Taylor's great.
We got 3 left.
I don't really know any of them.
Zakari Franklin's the only one I really know. I'm not too high
Mhm.
on
And he
either of
didn't
those.
he didn't have a really great year this year. He played 4 games.
Yeah, about to say, yeah, he didn't play much at all. Trey Harris
Yep.
popped off.
Hayden had it at, it says 6'2". I think he was around that, but he had a decent year actually.
Great
1,209
Idaho.
out of Potato
Is
Land.
that are they D2?
They might be D2.
Are they D1? I think
Ranks
they are
aren't
D2.
high, but he has good numbers.
I think he's
Yeah.
D2.
Only had
Might
one
have to
drop
look
all
him up
year. That's
later.
crazy.
Mhm. That's nuts. And then, yeah, Trey Taylor for me is just a good size safety. He played really well this year for Air Force. And Air Force was actually a decent team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some safety help.
Mm-hmm.
God, he had 10 missed tackles.
10 missed tackle, but 3 interceptions.
Yeah, but as a safety, I mean, you're tackling
Yeah.
way more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm cool with him because we didn't take a safety yet, right?
No safeties.
No, I'm cool.
There's him. There's Keaton Oladapo, Josh Proctor.
Oladapo, he fits
Oladapo.
what we were gonna do really well.
Mm-hmm.
Keaton. He's kind of like a Quan Martin though. Like he can play in a lot of different spots.
Yeah, as it shows.
Yeah. Deep box, yeah, look at that slot. It's ridiculous. He reminds me of like Quan Martin. I watched
Quan
him.
Martin.
I forgot. Matt Miller talked about him a little bit, and he's like, yeah, top teams that he would fit perfectly. He's like Washington, Detroit.
Mhm.
He named somebody else, but I think we have one of him already with Quan.
Quan.
But yeah, I think Trey Taylor. I like Dominic Hampton too, but I think what's his name? Taylor's gonna be better.
Trey Taylor.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can't
What do you
go
guys
wrong
think?
with Taylor?
No,
Let's do it.
Andrew. I like it.
All for it.
Justin.
I'm cool.
Alrighty. Trey Taylor out of Air Force. You can go put on another uniform. Go from
Kenny
Air Force
Logan's
to
good too at Kansas.
mm-hmm. And then Dallas Gann just went. But yeah,
This was a great draft.
this was a
Yeah,
really
One
good
of the better
draft.
ones we've done, I think.
I think this might be the best one we've ever done on stream or on
Yeah.
record. So let's see.
Stream,
Drake May, Jordan Morgan, Chop Robinson. You trade back at a 5th. You got Trotter, Van Pran, Benson, Sinton. I mean, you build your 3 lowest spots in tackle and center.
Yep.
You get some really good depth here at the end of the draft.
This is a dream draft right here.
This really is.
We got Benson it for free just for trade.
We
backs.
really did. We really did.
That's like winning the lottery without buying a ticket.
That's
Yep.
exactly what that is. Kind of look over the first round. Nothing really kind of pops out. Byron Murphy at 9 kind of shocks me, but
Oof.
Jaden Daniels at 12. That's
I just didn't
PFF.
realize that. Yeah,
It's
PFF.
PFF
Broncos.
being weird. So
PFF
Dude,
has
I
him
don't
at
know.
23.
Oh jeez. I mean, it's funny because I've seen other like mock drafts, like other people doing it, and they have him like falling to like the 10, 11, 12 range. Like, or something,
I
like,
don't think he will. I
I don't
Bro.
can't
think so
imagine him
either.
going out of top 10.
Bro, could you imagine if he does and the Jets picked him up, sitting behind Rodgers for a year?
That'd be
Jeez.
great for him.
yeah, that'd be phenomenal.
And then
He
he
would-
has Garrett,
Hate not playing, but
but then
Yeah.
you have Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, like
And then
as your weapon,
they're
dude.
gonna load up. I think they're gonna try to spend a free agency too.
Probably.
But if you want to trade back up into like the first to get like a lineman, like that's something I've been
Mhm.
thinking about too. Like going like getting rid of pick 36 and like a second next year, like that 20 range is gonna be the sweet spot. Like
Get
a
Mims.
Oh, dude, yeah, Mims, J.C. Latham,
Them-
Graham
Oh, yeah.
Barton,
dude, if
even
we trade,
Tyler Guyton. That's what I was doing earlier.
Mims or Latham, I would love
Oh,
for a
yeah.
trade up.
Mhm,
That right tackle spot would be solidified.
it'd be done. Dude, if for whatever reason JPJ fell past 25, I'd be like, trade back up, trade back up, trade back up.
He's not getting past the Steelers
No,
or
the Jags or the
Yeah.
Dolphins. Like between 17 and 21 is where he's
Yeah.
going.
the
Right here.
because they're going to lose Connor probably.
Yeah.
I don't.
And that-
Connor's not even going to be playing until like December anyway. So
Nope. But no, that's a really good draft. I mean, you get
Yeah,
every
it's amazing.
position you
oh,
need.
sign me up. Absolutely.
Dude, if we had this just exact draft, or maybe we changed it like one of the tight ends, I'd be like, we called it. Give me my money.
I'm telling you, Ben Sinnott is my tight end too.
That
Behind Brock Bowers. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, you don't have Sanders up there.
I don't know. I'm not as high on Sanders as other people are. But I'm telling you, Ben Sinnott is my guy. Like, I love Ben.
That is fair.
I told him if we draft him, we're gonna give him the number 0, and he's like, dude, that's a lot of responsibility. He's like, I'm a rocket though, because he wears 34.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you pick 34? He's like, because no one expects me to like be good.
I think
respect.
I think Nick Whiteside wears 0. But he'll be gone.
Oh yeah, no. 0's up for grabs. It's either gonna go to Bucky if we draft Bucky, or it's gonna go to our tight end.
Bro, if we got both of them, if we got Bucky and Sinnott,
or Noah Fant and Noah Fant.
0. Yeah, I could see that too.
Let him rock it.
I like it. Again, Josh, can't thank you enough for coming on, staying late with us. I was like, oh, we'll get with it done an hour. We've had an excellent conversation.
It's Central Time, man. I'm an hour behind y'all.
Oh shoot. Well,
I'm cheating.
What? Hey, fair enough. Again, thanks for coming on and spend time with us. Nah, man, thank you.
Great.
I mean, this is good. A good mock draft, good deep conversation about the combine, who we like, and then just like how we would rebuild teams earlier.
Yeah, if we get that draft, I mean, we're definitely winning the East. So shout out to Drake, Meg.
Hey, if we won the East this coming year, I don't know what I'll do with myself.
Nah, I'm gonna give it 2 years before I get my hopes up. Like next year, I'm like, okay, let's just see what the roster looks like.
Yeah.
But then 2025, that's when I'm hyping us up.
Hey, all I want is 6 or more wins. All I need is 6 or more wins, and we're good.
I just want to make the playoffs. Like, I just want something to look forward to.
Playoffs
Also true.
I don't want to root for losing again. Like that was not fun.
I mean, neither do I, but it gotta be realistic.
Yeah, I wanted people fired, man. That's that's all I cared about. That's sad. I'm watching a game for somebody to lose their job.
Exactly. This game, Jack dies tonight.
And it happened.
It did. Sort of. He got fired. He didn't.
Yeah.
Anyways. I forgot. That's guys. I think to wrap things up again. Josh, thanks for coming on, spending time with us. If you want to know more and see all of this up, links will be down in the description for his Instagram, YouTube, his TikTok, not TikTok, his Twitter, and he'll be in the top pinned comment and on our title. So you're like, what's this link on the title? You can click it and it goes to his account. Go follow us over on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Go follow us all over. The links will be down in the description. This will be coming out hopefully tomorrow afternoon. That is the plan. You guys will be the first one to see. If you want to know it, head to Instagram. You'll be the first one to see it, and then it'll be Twitter or X if you want to be, actually call what it is. It's Twitter. Shut your mouth. All right.
Still,
if it's
Don't
still
let
Twitter.
Elon hear you.
No, Elon is in the store. But that's another story for another day. But like I said, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Go follow us over there. Like and subscribe here on BIB. Head over to Josh Taylor Football or JTFB for short. Over on Instagram and on Twitter and on YouTube. You can go follow them all over there. Information, like I said, will be down in the description. Great mock draft. Great conversation about the combine. I'm looking forward to this draft. It cannot come enough, but free agency has just started and tags have already been dealt with, and maybe Cam Curl stays. Maybe he goes. We don't know. But it's gonna
I got a week. We'll find out next week where he's going.
Yeah. On the next episode of Dragon Balls. dun, 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 dun. But guys, those are our things up. Like I said, like, subscribe, hail to those Commanders. Let's see what this offseason brings us. Don't forget to stay balling. We'll see y'all out there.